Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I'm Matt, and in this episode I've decided to do something a bit silly. Welcome to night 98, and for those who can quickly work it out, it is a 7th night Horde night. So I'm here at the Great North Fort, and I've decided that instead of doing my normal thing of hanging myself up here in the fort and just fighting to survive, I've decided to do something a bit silly. I've decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here and go to my other base once the Horde started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on my mini bike, which is in the underground car park, drive it out, and go to my other base, my Fort Central. But I'm not going to drive straight there. So as you can see, it's a bit of an easy run to get down there. So I thought I'd make this a bit more challenging. So what I'm going to do is come out of the base and go to all the major cities along the route. So I'm going to come through this one, I'm going to head down and go through this one down here before heading across the desert, up into town, and then back out to my main base and trying to survive the night there. Sounds a bit easy? Not really. I've upped the number of zombies that are going to spawn, and I have made a couple of other little rules. One of them is no cheating. I have turned off cheat mode. Well, I never actually turned it on this particular game. And the other added bonus is I am not going to fuel the mini bike. So if I run out of fuel on the way, well, I'm going to start running. All I've got is the weapons that you see on me at this stage, and I have the ammunition and a little bit of food and other little bits and pieces. So before the night starts, I'm going to go down, make sure that the mini bike is ready to go, and make sure that I have put some waypoints onto the map before the night starts, and I will see you as soon as the night starts. Welcome back. I'm here at the top of the tower, ready for the night to come in. For those who are observant, you'll have noticed that I injured myself in the time between the starting and now. So you can see I have a sprained leg, so this is going to make things a bit more fun. I have also gone through my inventory, got rid of the jerry cans that were on me. I have made sure that the mini bike is ready and fueled. I have also made sure that all my weapons are currently loaded, ready to go. So oops, best reload this one with the right crossbow bolts. So, with that ready, we are only a couple of minutes away on game time for the 7th night 98. This will probably be the last one before Alpha 16 drops, so let's see what happens when you try and get from one base to another during a night. And we're off, so let's go. So predictions I have are that this is going to be a fun night. So let's see how well we do with getting from here back to the Great Central Fort, or the Central Fort as I like to call it originally. Let's go. Ready, set, and off we go. Now, whether or not I have enough fuel is going to be a good question over this night. Currently, I'm a bit surprised that I'm not coming into a lot of resistance at the moment, which is a bit surprising. So, we'll have to see how this pans out tonight. I'm thinking that hopefully we'll get a bit more difficult, otherwise this will have been a bit of a wet fish, but let's see what happens. Okay, that's the first town down. Let's head down to the next one. So this is a bit of a disappointment. I'm literally not encountering any problems. I bet that I will have problems if I do stop, so I'm just going to keep driving and just hoping that something gets a bit more interesting along the way. What will be interesting to see is when we go back to the Great North Fort tomorrow, see what sort of damage has been done while I've been swanning myself down towards south. I'm going to presume there's going to be a bit of damage there, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens when we get back there tomorrow. Okay, so this next town is going to be a bit more fun, as most of the roads inside the town are damaged. So this is where I'm going to have to slow down and go through town. So this is where I could encounter some problems, especially with dogs running around in this sort of area. So let's see how this bit of the trip goes. Well, I'm through. So one more town to go before getting back to my main base, so let's see how that pans out. And now into the final town here. Come past the hospital and take a left down Main Street. Well, there you have it, guys. That was a bit disappointing. I was hoping for a bit more of a challenge there. I have got here safe and sound, not a bit of damage on me or the bike, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping for a bit more of a challenge there. But let's get out and let's see what sort of attack we're going to have here at the main base, since the beginning of the fight was over at the Great North Fort. Quick one for you guys, I have done a little bit of work, including putting in a few spotlights to see if that will help with certain aspects of my fighting. It seems to do a little bit of a reasonable job. Wouldn't say they're the best things in the world, but we'll go from there. Okay, we've got to 1 o'clock and literally there's nothing here at the central fort. There's nothing. The only thing I can think of is that the attack at the Great North Fort is continuing, and presumably I'll get back there and be a widespread damage to the place, which will need repairing, and I'll probably have to kill off a few zombies in the interior. But other than that, I mean, this is, wow, an epic wet fish. There is nothing going on around here. I'm literally just scanning the perimeter and just waiting for them, and it just looks like they're not going to come. So if you ever want to avoid a 7th night, make a temporary base somewhere up north or wherever, out of wood blocks, stand and wait until the horde starts, jump on a bike and ride back to your main fort, by the looks of it, because wow, by the looks of it, if I get ones, I'll be lucky. Personally, I thought this was going to be the stupidest idea in the world, jumping on the bike and riding around town. I thought I was going to be chased to the left, right and centre and be having to ride through hordes of zombies at every turn. But as it seems, it's probably the easiest and best way of avoiding a horde if you get a chance. I'm hoping they repair this in 16 and make this a bit harder and ill-advised to do, but we'll have to wait and see when 16 finally drops on our doorstep. So, if nothing happens, I will see you back at the Great North Fort later on tonight. Well, later in the day. Well, looks like we have a customer. Wonder if he did a lot of running. Because that's a feral. Ooh, sounds like we've got some friends finally. Looks like there was only a couple of them who turned up. Looks like it's getting a little bit more lively now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the night, and as you can see, I had a few zombies to deal with down here, but we will see what it looks like back up at the Great North Fort in a little bit. Just clear these guys out, get a few bits of loot, and then I'll head up there and have a look and see what damage is being caused. So, until then, I will see you in a minute. And welcome back. I'm coming up to my Great North Fort, and we'll see what sort of damage we have up here at the fort. Oh, I was expecting to see a horde of zombies still hunting around here, but apparently they all decided to go elsewhere. So let's have a look downstairs and see what damage has been done downstairs. By the looks of it, there is basically nothing has happened in the fort while I've been away. So if you want to avoid a 7th night horde with very little damage and very little work to do to repair, hop on your mini bike and go for a ride during the night. So there we go. I'm hoping they'll fix this in Alpha 16, so this is not so much of a wet fish. As always, I've been Matt, and I will see you in the next episode, which will probably be from the Alpha 16 series. See you then.